and welcome back to the channel. Today is a very cool video because I am announcing my brand new island theme for pretty much the rest of the year. I feel like islands take me like 6 months to make, and we just finished our Las Vegas islands. An island tour video will be coming soon on that. But I'm here to announce my brand new theme, and this one I feel like is very ambitious and it's very involved. You know how sometimes people say like, oh, I'm starting a pirate island, or I'm starting a cottagecore island, or a jungle island. This is very much involved, so let me just explain what we're about to do. Before we do that, we have to meet someone today, and that is Serial Killer Pat. Isn't he lovely? He's gonna look into your soul for the next 10 minutes. Anyway, so obviously you can tell that this is going to be a spooky themed, but it's very much involved. Okay, let me just stop yammering on, all right? Let's talk about this theme. So, obviously the costume gives you Friday the 13th slasher vibes, and that is part of the new theme. So this new theme is going to take place in the fall, okay? That's the first element. It's a very important element. The second part of the theme is it's going to be a campground slasher theme, like Friday the 13th. It's one of my favorite movies. So I will be wearing this outfit. There will be blood patterns on this island, which is something I've never done before. If you didn't know, your island can essentially be taken down if someone reports you for having blood. But we'll get to that. I need blood for this theme. Like it has to have blood. So we're going to be doing a campground slasher theme set in the fall. And the last thing that goes with this theme is it is going to have heavy metalcore elements to it, okay? Now, metalcore is a theme all in itself, and we're going to get to that. We're actually going to go on an island tour and see a metalcore island in this video to kind of show you, like, what it's all about. And so that's my theme. If you have any questions, ask below. Now let's get to the villagers. Today's video is brought to you by two different subscription boxes. We have Tokyo Treat and Sakurako Box. Now these are essentially Japanese snack boxes that you will get monthly. They are each themed. Let's start off with the Tokyo Treat box, which this month's theme is Sugoi Summer. And I gotta say, I liked a lot that was in here, including the Chupa Chups Strawberry Cream Soda. They also had banana sponge cakes. And my personal favorite, you actually get a bag of mystery Kit Kats, and I got the espresso Kit Kats. These were super good. Next up, we have Sakurako Box. Now, this is more of a traditional Japanese snack box. Some of the highlights for me were these brown sugar donuts. These were super good. The cool thing about Sakurako is that each month you will get a tableware item, and this month you got some chopsticks, and they were very, very high quality. I just want to add that both of these boxes do come with a nice little guide to tell you what snacks are what is in them, and it's really cool learning sort of the history about some of these, especially with the Sakurako box. If you are interested in either of these boxes, you can get these exact boxes. If you use code NintenTalk, you can actually get $5 off your first Sakurako box or $5 off your first Tokyo Treat box. So amazing deal there. Thank you so much again for the sponsor, and let's get back to the video. All right, time for the villager list. And what I tried to do with these villagers is pick villagers that would be cool for like a meadowcore, foresty island, but also villagers that I haven't really picked before or are kind of less popular than some of the more popular ones, okay? So the first two are no surprise, Eric and Fauna. Every single island theme that I've made has sort of followed this lore of Eric and Fauna. You had a jungle island where Eric got into a plane crash and landed on a jungle island. You had the Vegas island where they actually got married. And now I guess this would be the honeymoon, like a campground honeymoon. Anyway, so Eric and Fauna are definitely in this theme. The butterfly, I can't. Okay, the first villager after that, and I'm going to be giving all their personalities. Eric is a lazy, Fauna is a normal. The first villager is actually Ike. And Ike is a cranky bear, and I feel like Ike often gets lost in the shuffle. You have actually three cranky bears. You have Grizzly, Ike, and Groucho. And I picked Ike. Ike is pretty neutral, and I actually like him quite a bit. I've always wanted an excuse to put him on my island. So Ike is the first pick. Also, let me know what you think in the comments about the villager, about the theme. And this list I feel like is pretty concrete, but I could change a couple towards the end. Okay, so the next villager is actually going to be a frog. And I chose Henry. Henry is a smug frog. And listen, Henry is popular. I'm not going to, beat around the bush here. But I've never had Henry. I've had Drift. I've had Lily. Henry seems to be the one that I'm missing. And I was kind of debating between Henry and Tad, but I ended up choosing Henry. I'm so on that pick. I might change him out. Anyway, the next villager I'm actually really excited about because I haven't had a wolf before is Lobo. And Lobo is another cranky, but I've always liked Lobo. Now, this pick was between Lobo and Wolfgang, but I really like the purple colors on Lobo. I think he could be a good fit. And I'm excited to meet him for the first time. Okay, now we're getting to some cutesy villagers. And the first one being Sylvana, who is a normal squirrel. You need a squirrel. You need a tiny little villager for Meadowcore. Meadowcore has a lot of fields with tall grass. So I want to pick as many little villagers as I can because I want them to just get buried in the grass. So Sylvana, super cute. I actually think she's one of the better squirrels. So anyway, next up we have Dottie, who is a peppy bunny. And again, I haven't had her before. I've had Bunny. I've had Coco. I've had some of the more popular ones, but haven't had Dottie. So I'm excited about that. The next pick, pretty surprising for me, is a jock, and it's a bird, and it's Sparrow. I oddly like Sparrow. I think Sparrow is another underrated sort of foresty villager. If you notice, a lot of these have very neutral coloring on them. Besides Lobo, I guess, and Henry, I don't know. They're pretty neutral colors. So I thought Sparrow was a good fit, and he's a jock too, so that'll kind of mix things up a little bit. The next two I'm not entirely sure on. I might take some suggestions from the comment section. The next villager is Olive, who is a normal cub. Again, I needed a cub. I wanted more of that neutral, again, color palette. So I think Olive is pretty cool. She's a little boring. I have had her before, so I kind of broke my rule there. And then the last one is a sisterly villager, Pashmina. And I'm not completely sold on her. I like the fact that she's sisterly because I don't interact with a lot of sisterly villagers. But that is the list for the Murder Meadowcore Set and Fall. I'll work on it. All right, so now we are actually on an island that has a lot of meadow. It's a Meadowcore island. That's basically what it is. And this is primarily what I'm going to be doing on this new theme. So I wanted to kind of show you guys what I mean by this. And I like this island because it is very exaggerated with Meadowcore. Let's explain Meadowcore a little bit. And I'm new to this theme too, so correct me if I'm wrong here. But Meadowcore is a very simplistic theme that has elements of cottagecore to it, but just think wide open areas, meadows, fields, a lot of emphasis on flowers and things like that. But it's kind of going back to basics, and it's very much a minimalist theme, which I think is going to be hard for me considering that I'm a maximalist when it comes to decorating in general. So let's look at this map. This island is actually called Springleaf, and I'll leave all the creators' info in the description. But check out this island. Also, Meadowcore has very minimal terraforming, and hopefully we see an area that has a lot of what I'm looking for. And I think we will. I think we will find it. So let's start here, and let's check this island out. Let's just go up here because I think the area that I'm looking for is here. Okay, guys, check this out. Check this out. Big open. Wow, look at that. Big open fields. This is what I'm talking about. Now, like I said, it's very easy to do. I feel like you put down a few flowers and call it a day, but it's also very difficult to do because capturing a scene like this, which look at this scene here, is very difficult to do. It's all about the views. It's all about the scope of the island being very much flat, while still staying interesting. And I feel like what I'm doing with this, putting it in the fall, is going to add even more elements to this. I think it's going to be really cool. So yeah, we're just walking through here, and as you could tell that there's just a lot of emphasis on flowers. I don't necessarily know what kind of flowers that I'm going to use, but I really do like these orange hyacinths. And the green mums, I've used green mums pretty consistently. And this is a great shot because this isn't necessarily a meadow or like a field, but look how open this island feels. This, to me anyway, is going to be such a refreshing theme to go to, you know? I feel like I've been doing a lot of city islands and really getting away from the sort of core of what Animal Crossing has always been. So I'm really excited to dive into this theme. A lot of cool elements in this, like the mini stumps and things like that. So I don't know. I'm just very excited. Of course, fall has leaf piles and lots of leaves on the ground, so I'll be putting my own spin on it. But this is a very impressive island. Continuing on, we have a nice, another nice opening here, and yeah, just very open and lights. And as you can see, there's not many items anywhere. I feel like I'm going to have a little bit more items, a little more items than this, but I love this. It just feels like, we're going back to basics here. And I mean, check this out, guys. Like this scene here, this is like, I think the key to Meadowcore is really emphasizing the fields and the open areas. So I gotta get good at like terraforming sort of these higher up places to really drive home that theme. And then the last area on this island I want to emphasize is the campsite. And I love this area here. Just a little mini bridge here. And you can see the campsite in the distance to the right. And again, we have sort of a wider open area. And I don't know. What do you think about this theme? This is set in the spring, so mine is going to be very much different. But I love what I'm seeing, and I'm very excited. All right, so that is going to be my theme reveal. Let me know what you think about my villager list, the theme in general, and I hope to see you at future live streams where we start building this, tearing down the old island. It's going to be very exciting. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace out, everyone.